True Crime Unfold. I'm Sandra, and this is my channel where I talk about true crime cases. This is all my opinion. It is all alleged. We have the right of freedom of speech, so please let's be kind, especially down in the comments down below. Even though I don't think Amber Heard quite understands the freedom of speech, I think she is a bit confused. We are going to talk about Johnny Depp in the Amber Heard trial. I did make a video before, but after Amber released this,
more than a week since the verdict, as you sit here with me now, has it sunk in?
How could it? It's surreal and difficult. In part, yes. This has been a long time coming.
Do you stand by your testimony and your accusations against Johnny Depp about abuse?
Of course, to my dying day, will stand by every word of my testimony. I think vast majority of this trial was played out on social media. I think that this trial is an example of that gone haywire, gone amok, and the jury is not immune to that.
You think the jury saw it?
How could they not? I think even the most well-intentioned juror, it would have been impossible to avoid this. Every single day I passed for 3, 4, sometimes 6 blocks, city blocks lined with people holding signs saying, "Burn the witch," "Death to Amber." After 3.5 weeks, I took the stand and saw just a courtroom packed full of Captain Jack Sparrow fans who were vocal, energized.
Can you put into words how that felt?
This was the most humiliating and horrible thing I've ever been through. I have never felt more removed from my own humanity. I felt less than human.
Let's go back to the day of the verdict. Were you feeling confident?
That's a great question. I wish I could say yes to that.
that sign.
I want to say yes to you, but it wouldn't be true. Even if you think that I'm lying, you still couldn't look me in the eye and tell me that you think on social media there's been a fair representation. There was another trial, dealt with the same substantive issues that had even more evidence in. In fact, my evidence was largely kept out. Really important pieces of evidence kept out. Done differently, handled differently, had nothing to do with me.
There are different incidents that you testified to, and the Depp legal team would put up pictures of you publicly right after that or in the days following and saying that why are there no bruises?
Again, it's that thing. If you have bruising, if you have injuries, it's fake. If you don't have any, then you weren't injured.
You had promised to donate the $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity. It was revealed at trial that you haven't done so yet. However, they played a tape where you stayed on the air that you have donated it. Do you think that raised questions as to your credibility with the jury?
I made a pledge, and that pledge is made over time by its nature. And
when you say I donated, you know that everybody thinks that you've donated it, not that you've pledged it. So for the jurors sitting there, do you think they felt like that was you getting caught in a lie?
I don't know, because I feel like so much of the trial was meant to cast aspersions on who I am as a human, my credibility, to call me a liar in every way you can. And
that
more.
was the trial. It was a credibility contest.
And
that was it.
This is another one of the examples where if you pull back and you think about it, I shouldn't have to have donated it in an effort to be believed. I shouldn't have had to earmark the entirety of that in order to have.
You shouldn't have, but once you said you did.
Right, which is where it was intended to go.
How do you see your future now?
Make sense. Make it make sense, child. Like, so we are gonna do. I am gonna do a video. This one is probably gonna be long, I might do a part 2 because there's quite a bit that I'm going to go over. So this all started 6 years ago. 6 years ago, to the day of their closing arguments. It was to that day, 6 years to that day, right? Okay, so Johnny his mother just died. He lost $650 million because for 17 years, apparently he wasn't paying taxes. He didn't want to be with Amber no more. So he obviously had a bad day. Like, he was having a bad day. So he was throwing things, smashing stuff. She whips out her cell phone, sets it up. So she cuts him, doing these things. He sees it. He gets upset. He throws it. I mean, clearly he's upset. Clearly, right? Whew. So she has that video, okay? He goes to Europe. She goes, files for the divorce, right? She sends Johnny and his legal team a letter. Pause the video, read the letter. Now tell me, what do you think? Does that not sound like demands to me? And what do you mean 1, 3, and 5? That's because her friends were living in those places, continue to pay mortgage, utilities, etc. Okay. And did you see, if you read the letter, he had till May 27th, 5 o'clock business day. That is the exact day that Miss Amber Heard filed for her TPO. Suspicious, huh? She said that that was the day she wanted to stand up for herself. Because Johnny deposed her in the divorce. Okay? Following along with me? He deposed her in the divorce. He calls her before he deposes her in the court. Listen to this recording. Now, I don't have the full recording because it's 30 minutes, but I just kind of like skipped through a little bit, like the beginning, middle, and end. Yeah. Listen to this.
Are done, like negotiating or talking, or once we go with you and I and say, okay, done, that's when the 6-month thing process starts. And so I text you this, and I guess you don't remember it, but I text you that at the very beginning, and I said, and by the way, it's like a miracle. It didn't get noticed, so we can even do this privately, and it will be quiet, and I said, unless you file, and you don't have to file, and I was trying to explain to you my limited understanding of the.
My filing did nothing, and all it's required.
He deposed her in court.
No, it's from.
It is required to acknowledge you've been filed against, and you file it as well.
No, you do not. You make an acknowledgement of some kind. You don't have to file it back. When you file back
Amber,
court, I'm really just trying to. You know what? You're trying to. I feel like you're trying to defend yourself, and you don't have to defend your team. We know where the up. But you hear me, right? You hear me? Please stop defending yourself. I'm not trying to fight with you. I'm just trying to tell you truth. This is truth. I don't know why you're so angry about hearing it. Why you're so defensive.
Baby, I'm not angry.
I'd want to know all the information.
I'm not angry. I want this to go away. I'm trying to talk you into making this go away.
Then you need to know the real truth behind this, and this is important. This was completely private, and was under the radar, and you did not have to file back. And I warned you that day. I said you don't have to file back. If you file back, is it official theft is being discovered. And I was thinking naively that it would just be discovered by the way that like TMZ typically discovers these things. I didn't know it would be hand delivered to them within 5. So it was like 5 minutes, not even. I did not know it would be given to them. I did not know. I couldn't have known at that time how much Laura was going to use TMZ to her favor. I did not know that. So I just thought naively that TMZ could likely discover it if it was filed on your part. I warned you. I said this to you thinking that you were going to be participating. I said, hey, just so you know, you don't have to file. I'm not going to go after you.
And, but I'm telling you now, if they file the papers tomorrow, which means I gotta file before we go to court on Friday. If they file those papers, it's first of all, it's very bad for both of us. Okay.
Well, your team's not going to file anything that they think is bad for you. Trust me.
No, you're what you're saying. You got to do something to protect yourself, which means throwing me under the bus for some video about me being.
Not me. I have to respond legally, meaning I'll have to go and pursue I have to pursue the whole course of action, because here's what you don't understand. If we do this, and basically we'll know, because I called my lawyers and I said, why aren't we negotiating? What is going on? Where are we? And they're like, everything is on your court.
They won't settle. Your agents won't. Your lawyers won't settle, baby. I'm telling you.
No, we want to mediate. We even have a mediator. We even found mediators and everything. Like that was all worked out. The thing that Laura didn't agree to was she did not want to agree to a mutual gag order. And that's the problem. Like she doesn't want the gag order. Why, Johnny?
Why? Because you're lying, and she don't want him not be able to tell his truth.
By the way, just talking about press, not even talking about court.
Oh, this woman.
I'll tell you what, Amber, let me get on that right now. I'll get on it right now, and I'll get a message back to you somehow. Just but I'll get on it right now.
I just want you to know, I've not done anything and have not been doing any moves. Let's look it up. Timeline. Nothing was on the offense. Everything has been.
Let's write a mutual letter that says, look, we in lieu of what's transpiring out there in the world with all this crazy we've decided to take this private. We're not going to go to court right now over this. We're going to try to work something out together. And then at the very least, I know you want to respond, and I know you want to defend yourself. Listen to me. Defending yourself by throwing someone under the bus is not going to look good.
I'm not. It's not about that. It would not be about me throwing you under the bus. You know what it would be? It would be released through documented people coming on the record and having the protection to do so that haven't had yet. It would be eyewitness statements. It would be evidence, tons of it, and it would be through years. And it would be unbelievable to imagine that either I'm in A, secret fake club, or B, I've had
a secret what?
I've had a secret fight club, or that I have been plotting to do this for 3 years, and while taking pictures of it and documenting it, just saving it up for the right time when I'm not asking for any money and have nothing financial to gain from it. But no one is going to believe that. No one is going to believe that one of the two alternatives, either I'm going to fight or I've been going through hair and makeup or going through makeup. through all these years where I have corroborating text messages between people that match those dates of those timestamp validated photos of either corroboration between people hearing us or corroboration of next day, Whitney sending text message to Kevin, him responding, or, the kind of stuff like between me and people in your life. It is insanely cross-corroborated, then. It is a plan. I'm going to put makeup on myself and take pictures throughout the years and just sit on it for years. That while having this like imaginary life run parallel, you understand that the pictures I have match with like text messages to my mom back and forth about it, and text messages between say Raquel and my mom, or Raquel and my dad, or between my two friends. Or there's a text message where I told Jody the night before I had that James Corden night show thing, where I say, hey Jody, I've had an accident. I think I have a busted lip, I may have a busted nose and two black eyes tomorrow because I don't know how bad it will be until the morning and we may cancel. But please stay up here. I don't know how I'm icing it, I'll let you know in the morning, and things like that. It doesn't matter. There is nothing there. Nothing, and all of that won't be me throwing you in the trash. That will be evidence in this hate, which it will be criminal as well, because I cannot go on Friday and file without filing a police statement first. And the only reason I haven't filed that police statement, which has been used against me, by the way, every day, and the only reason I won't do it, I haven't done it, is because I don't want to hurt you, and that means it goes out of my hands. And the third party prosecutor come and a criminal lawyer come, and they went like, the problem is hearing from you, like your biggest struggle is that this is just it's the most solid evidence case of domestic violence I've ever seen. And if you give this over to them or present any part of it, they will prosecute him. And I felt like I would never be that.
See what the has been happening, and I will get back to you. I'll call your mom, but I hope
I don't want it to go. I don't want it to. I didn't want any of it. I don't want it to be.
It's been going on too long, Amber, and we just gotta stop this. Just gotta stop it.
I don't know how to get my reputation back.
We write a letter together. Saying that we're going to take this out of the public eye. Saying that we're going to try and work this out on our own. Saying that the media has created such a hateful storm that it's sickening. That we love each other. And that we want to make sure each other is okay. Have we had fights in the past? Have we had this or whatever? They already know all that. Don't matter. Here's the deal.
No, it matters. You have no idea. Every ounce of my credibility has been taken from. And done so in a dishonest way.
Amber, the abuse thing is we've got to deal with that. Yeah. We've got to deal with that, Amber.
Have any way of my credit is my credibility. You know what?
And why did you put that out there?
I did not. You forced me. Your team forced me to by going on the offense.
I didn't force you to.
I promise. Look up the timeline to these things. Everything is. Forget it. You don't believe what I say. But I did not choose this. Every step of the way has been an offense.
I did not put this anywhere. I didn't. Let me talk to team.
I did not call the cops. I need to go see the
IO called the
I did not
cops.
call the cops.
You told IO to call the cops.
I did not call the cops, and I did not give them any statement when they came. I've been trying to protect you.
You told IO to call the cops.
When while it was happening?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because the last time that it got crazy between us, I really did think I was going to lose my life, and I thought you would do it on accident. And I told you that. I said, oh my God, I thought for the first time.
Amber, I lost a finger, man. Come on. I had a mineral can, a jar of can of mineral spirits thrown at my nose.
You can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
Yes.
I know it's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's fair fight. My
Exactly, because you're bigger and you're stronger. And so when I say that I thought you could kill me, that doesn't mean you counter with you also that you lost your own finger. I am not trying to be tactics here. I'm just trying to point out the fact of why I said call 911. Because you had your hands on me after you threw a phone in my face, and it's gotten crazy in the past, and I truly thought I need to stop this madness before I get hurt.
Oh my God.
And I never think about myself that way. I never defend myself that way. I never see myself as a victim and
Right.
to a fault, you know?
All right. Yeah.
And I when they came, I did not cooperate with them. It has been used against me, not by the media, by your side. Who said, look...
What do you mean? Where's the media? It's all out in the media. Why is my...
TMZ is in your pocket and you don't even know it? Oh, I mean, well, I was at the courthouse while TMZ was posting things. At the courthouse, while I'm at the courthouse, they're posting things about the cops never coming, right? Then we provide proof. Then they say, oh, it's just one set of police officers. Then they retract their story, but they don't actually retract it like an objective media source would. No, what do? They just come out with a new lie. They go, oh, well, it was just one pair of cops, and she said it was two. And I said, no, here's the proof. We just subpoenaed the building for the actual security records to prove that was wrong. Okay, then what did they do? They came out with a new lie, a different lie. Okay, well, it was this. It was this. I mean, every step of the way, I've had to take. It's been because that news source in Marty's pocket, in Laura, like that's what Laura's source.
Okay, listen.
Every step of the way.
All right, listen, here's the...
Planted.
All right,
Recorded it.
fine.
He felt like he got that letter and he was like, I'm about to call her. And he recorded it. He felt like he needed to record it. Why? Because he knew. He experienced her. He knew exactly who she was. Does take her to court. He does. He deposes her in the divorce. Now, remember the video she took, which is only evidence out of all this 6 weeks of trial that she have a recording or a video of him breaking stuff. I mean, I can't say violent because he was paying her no attention. He was paying her no attention. His mother just died. He lost $650 million and he was tired of Amber's shit. He was tired of her shit. Like, OMG. Okay? So the day before they go to court for him deposing her in the divorce, the video's leaked,
It is.
right?
Boy,
Now,
is
do
it
you
ugly.
think this actually helps her side out? I guess that's my question, because a lot
I
of
don't
people,
know that
I
it's
was
even
reading
admissible.
a lot of comments online were still blaming her and saying that what is she doing secretly recording
it's
him?
very
And I was
Oksana
kind of
Grigoriev.
shocked by that.
That's a good point. And I will point out those two areas. Number one is you see Johnny Depp in action. A lot of people that know him from his Pirates of the Caribbean movies, they can't or don't want to believe that he actually is that kind of a person. So that's number one, and Amber is leaning that way so that people can see that. But you're right, Dax. The other thing is, it's very calculated. And Amber Heard, to some people, comes off as she's holding her morning coffee, she's positioned the camera just right, knowing
Talking
that
very softly.
Yeah, talking softly, and even some people connected to Johnny Depp would say baiting him. like just making it so she can get all of this on film.
Well, you mentioned Harvey that Johnny's people even said that it was heavily edited, but that she was egging him on in parts that were cut out, and that she was laughing at other parts. We don't see any of that.
You don't see any of that, which is why
It's like she says she didn't do it. She says she didn't do it, right? Then I'm gonna show you. Okay, this is Logic Kids. I'm gonna show you a video of her giving the paparazzi a run for their money when she showed up for court for when Johnny deposed her in the divorce. Watch this clip.
They're gonna go in.
Go, go, go.
Respect the boundaries. You're on the outside, not inside the building. Could you please leave the building? You are not supposed to be inside the building. Please leave the building. Please leave the building. You are not supposed to be inside here. You know what? You guys have overstepped the boundaries. You are not supposed to be inside the building.
You guys have to let me walk through.
Amber, you guys go in.
Who released that video? Who released that video, Amber? Did you leave the video?
You tell lawyers to release that video.
This is a dead end, brother. This is a dead end, brother. This is a dead end, brother.
Hey guys, move! Get out of the way!
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
I'm back. Do you instruct your lawyers to release the video? Do you instruct your lawyers to release the video?
Release that video, Amber. Amber, are you going?
And a tow truck has gone 25 cars.
Why would you release that video at that time? Why would you release that video? You have to get Johnny? You have to get Johnny?
Amber, right here.
Were you egging him on at all in the video? Or? Amber, will you participate today? Amber, you have any comment?
Amber, did you leak the video?
Well, you guys negotiate a settlement today.
Samantha, if Amber wasn't the one, they ever shot that video that surfaced last night.
Who else could have?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's the elevator.
Hey, Amber, remember the Jones on Thursdays? I think we're simple.
If you guys can't settle, will you testify in the deposition?
It's right there. Take a settlement. The elevator is right there. The elevator's right there. What is the elevator? Right here. Right here. Are you going to take the settlement, Amber? You just want this to go away?
No, you guys can't go in here. No. No cameras.
Go ahead. Good luck, Amber.
Good luck,
No
Amber.
cameras in here.
Good luck, Amber.
Thank you, Amber.
Thank you.
Open that fucking door. That's it. Open that fucking door. Open that fucking
She knew there was a back door. Watch her catwalk. That's what I'm gonna call it. Watch her catwalk. Watch this news clip of her coming out a few days later after she got that TPO on the 27th, which was in that letter. If you read that letter, that's when Johnny had, that's when he had to make a decision, make a negotiation with them. I'm gonna call her catwalk. Watch this.
On the divorce fight that has turned nasty.
Hey, Amber.
Flanked by security, Amber Heard doesn't try to hide the bruise on her cheek. Neither does her lawyer.
You guys, she showed a lot of courage today.
A judge granted the actress a temporary restraining order against megastar husband Johnny Depp. As evidence, her lawyer showed these photos. Heard says this injury was a result of Depp throwing a cell phone at her and pulling her hair during a drug and alcohol-fueled rage. In a sworn declaration, she stated he had attacked her before, saying, quote, "I am petrified he will return at any moment." Depp was a no-show. His attorney says he's in Europe. All the more reason, she argued, a restraining order was unnecessary, saying in court documents, quote, "Her current application for a temporary restraining order along with financial requests appears to be in response to negative media attention she received earlier this week after filing for divorce." Heard filed for divorce just days after the death of Depp's mother. In court today, Heard provided a witness statement backing up her story of Depp's attack and photos showing damage to the penthouse. But the LAPD says when they were called to the couple's address on Saturday, no one asked for a police report, and officers found no evidence that a crime had occurred. The judge denied Heard's other requests. She wanted a protective order for her dog, and she also wanted Depp to attend anger management courses. Depp, however, is required to stay away from his estranged wife until a hearing on June 17th.
So she says that she didn't leak that to TMZ. She didn't tell them that she was going to be there and that the bruise was going to be on the right side of her cheek. She didn't say any of that. But then the TMZ employee that received the video testified. I'm going to play his whole testimony. Listen
August 6, 2016. Were you involved in any other stories involving Ms. Heard?
Yes, I was.
And what story was that?
On the 12th, we received a video depicting Johnny Depp slamming some cabinets that was captured by Ms. Heard.
And what day was that?
I believe that was the August 12th.
Of 2016?
Of 2016, yes.
Can you describe to the jury how you received the video on August 12, 2016?
Yes, the video was sent in through our email tip line, which is an email distribution that goes to all the producers and to myself as the field assignment manager because it often included celebrity locations. It came in as I recall,
Objection, hearsay.
He's just describing how it came in.
I think he's about to reveal hearsay, Your Honor.
I'll overrule for now. We'll see where it goes.
Please continue.
So I received that email and it included a link from some unknown Dropbox type public website in which it contained that
Objection,
video.
Your Honor, hearsay. He's about to describe what comes from the Dropbox website, and that's...
So far, he's just said was a link from the Dropbox. We'll see the next question. Go ahead, next question.
So you received a link. What was in that link?
In that link was the video of Johnny Depp smashing the cabinets.
And you received this video in your inbox, correct?
I did.
What did you do once you received that video?
We downloaded it. We alerted the web editor who was sitting next to me at the time. We downloaded it and then were instructed by the news producer to do what we call slap bumpers and a bug on it, which is putting the dun 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 at the beginning end, and then putting a translucent watermark over it, which indicates copyright ownership.
After you did that, was it posted?
It was posted, yes.
Where was it posted?
It was posted to TMZ.com.
Did you do anything else related to Amber Heard on August 12, 2016?
Yes, I received a tip that Amber Heard would be arriving at LAX, and so I dispatched camera people to film that exit, or her arrival to LAX, rather.
And why did you do that?
I was instructed to.
How long does it take to post a story after media's been received by TMZ?
After media's been received, it could take any length of time depending on who owns the copyright.
How does TMZ obtain copyright over images and videos?
The only way to obtain copyright over media would be if we shot it ourselves, if it was sent to the tip line, source verified that it was from the original copyright owner, and then either purchased from that person or given to us. And then the third option would be if it was directly given to us by the copyright holder, like a direct source.
And how long does it take to copyright something TMZ has received through the tip line?
It can take a while because you have to extensively verify that that person owns the copyright. And then possibly, it depends also if you can even get in contact with the person because they might not be super responsive immediately via phone or email that they provided. And then potentially you'd have to enter a negotiation with our Clips and Clearances department to figure out the cost of that media.
How long does it take for TMZ to obtain a copyright over something received directly from a source?
Something in the realm of 15 minutes just to do what I described before, which is putting bumpers and a bug on something and write the article and post it. It's pretty fast.
How much time had passed from the time you received the kitchen cabinet video to the time it was posted on TMZ?
About 15 minutes.
Did any other tabloids other than TMZ post this video?
Objection
No,
leading and calls for hearsay.
Did any other tabloids?
Overruled.
Mr. Tremaine, go ahead.
No, they did not.
And why not?
Because it was a TMZ exclusive.
And what does that mean?
It means the TMZ owns the copyright to it. So it can't be distributed by any other media source without backlinking to TMZ, and they wouldn't be able to upload that media without getting a copyright strike.
Have you seen the kitchen cabinet video that was played in this trial?
I have, yes.
How does that video that was played in this trial compare to the one you received on August 12, 2016?
When I had clicked the direct link that we received and watched the video in its entirety, it was much shorter than the video we had received, than the video that's been played in this trial. There was a bit at the beginning that was played here in which Ms. Heard is seemingly sort of setting up the camera and getting into position. And then there's a bit at the end where she's seemingly snickering and looks at the camera. That part was not present in what we received.
Did TMZ edit the video?
No, not even a little. When we receive something and it's edited, there's a clear indicator because there's sort of a journalistic practice that uses when there's an edit, you do what's called like a white flash transition, which covers the entire screen with white to very clearly indicate to everybody there was an edit here for time or whatever, just to make it a little more compelling. But in this case, it was not edited as I was staring at the machine that edited it and present for the entirety of receipt to publishing.
When was the next time you worked on an assignment related to Amber Heard?
It was, well, there was the time where we went to the airport. And then the day after that, because she had flown in for the deposition, because I think the first time didn't work out. So she was arriving again for the deposition in that same parking lot adjacent to a law office.
And what's that, August 13th, 2016?
That was August 13th, yeah.
And what was your assignment on August 13th, 2016?
To dispatch camera people to that parking lot at a specific time in order to film Amber Heard arriving for the deposition.
How did you know that tip was legitimate?
It came from a news producer.
While you worked at TMZ, did you ever receive any communications from Mr. Depp or his camp?
I did not.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Cross-examination?
Yes. So, how do you know what video was shown at this trial?
I was alerted by a friend that that TMZ was being kind of talked about in this trial, and so I had seen a clip of that.
So you watched some of this trial?
Correct.
Okay. When did you first reach out to counsel for Mr. Depp?
I believe that was 6 days ago, whatever that date would be. I'd have to do that.
All right. And then you received a subpoena, I think yesterday, in care of your attorney, Cindy Hickox, right?
Correct.
Okay. And Cindy Hickox represents Christy Dombrowski, Kate James, Robin Baum.
Objection,
and
Your
Debbie
Honor.
Lloyd. Were you aware
Calls
of
for
that?
speculation.
Overruled.
Were you aware of that?
No.
Okay. Now, if you don't have information that's helpful to this case, then you wouldn't be a witness, correct?
Objection. Calls for
can't-
speculation.
Sustained. Sustained. Next question.
I'm not aware.
Okay, you know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative.
I can ask that question.
Overruled.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself kind of in the target of TMZ, a very litigious organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client for you.
A little argumentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly. I find that to be purely logical. Thank you.
Now, are you aware that Mr. Depp's attorneys were well aware of the TRO that was going to be presented on May 27th?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Were you aware of that?
Lack of foundation.
Overruled if you can answer it.
Can you restate the question?
Were you aware that Mr. Depp's divorce attorneys were aware that Amber Heard was going in to seek a TRO on May 27th?
I don't think I understand the question. I don't think so, no.
Okay.
It's
Do
kind of a
you
complicated
know whether Blair Burke, one of Mr. Depp's divorce attorneys, had a very close relationship with TMZ at that time?
Objection. Calls for speculation.
Overruled. If he knows.
I was not aware of that.
Okay. And when you said that you were dispatched twice, once to film Amber in a parking lot for the deposition, and then it didn't work out, and so you had to do it another time, how did you know it didn't work out?
Because TMZ.com posted an article saying as much.
Okay.
And I was not dispatched.
Do you know
I worked in the office.
why the deposition did not work out?
I'd have to reference the article, I forget.
So do you know?
I didn't write that story. I wasn't involved in the actual
Do you know
journalism of that.
which side? Do you know which side would have known or not known whether that deposition was going to work out? In other words, the people representing Mr. Depp or the people representing Ms. Heard?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. And then the video clip. You don't know who provided that, correct?
Correct. Okay. Not testifying to that.
I have no further.
All right, redirect.
Mr. Tremaine, why did you contact me in relation to this case?
I saw that there was a discrepancy with like the video that was shown here and the video that I know I'd received. So I had no interest in testifying. I had reached out simply to maybe try to help with the timeline of things or help with the case in any way.
Didn't leak off TMZ. What? Listen to her deposition or her testimony or whatever in the UK.
That I had or was about to file, or I had already filed for divorce. I wanted him to know verbally. So I was trying to reach him through a third party to tell him. When I say reach, I'm specifically saying I would like him to know information coming from me or coming from Jerry, from me, so that he finds out about the divorce filing or my intention to do so from some other source other than TMZ, which was alerted.
Johnny sued the son. I love how they keep comparing this case to that case. How about they won that case already? But Johnny was suing the Sun, the newspaper that called him a wife beater. He wasn't suing Amber. And some of the evidence that she said didn't get let in, I saw one of the. I'm going to show you one of the pictures. Yeah, Johnny's team was like, yeah, this is bogus. Do you see how she is smirking with that busted lips talking about I shall return? She said that Johnny hit her and that he wrote that. Do you see that evil smirk? Like, she was just like, I bet she sent that to Johnny. Like, yep, you didn't want to give me my, okay, I'll be back. Watch, I'll be back. It's insane. So many lies. So many lies. Perjury? Anyone? Perjury? And she's still on TV talking about he did it. Like, he hit her, he abused her. I'll stand by my story until I die. She sure will. She sure will, because she's a narcissist. She is a narcissist. I'm telling you. And I'm sorry if I'm not saying that properly. I was born and raised in Cleveland, and I have just a little bit of an accent. Just a little bit. Anyway, And if you see me talking with my hands a lot, that's because that's my mother's side. She's an Italian. Anyway, so I don't want to get into my talking about my family, but anyways, so Amber Heard, okay, she also testified that Johnny rented this whole tire trailer park. He rented that whole thing for Amber and her friends and him to have some fun, right? Amber testified saying this.
Hands, and Johnny grabbed her wrist and kind of twisted it and pulled her into him and said, "Do you know how many pounds of pressure it takes to break a human wrist? Huh?" And he kind of held her, and she just looked frozen. And she's crying, and was just denying understanding what was going on. I stepped in. I kind of take Johnny's arm around, kind of take Johnny's hand, and kind of we start communicating. I don't remember if he immediately was accusing me or if it was sometime after. I wish I remembered, but we agreed that we'd go and talk about it in the trailer. So we walked to the trailer, and when we're in the trailer, Johnny, by the time we get into the trailer, Johnny tells me that I had been instigating the, in asking for this, and that I had invited it, and that I hadn't been honest with him about my relationship with this woman. And I didn't really know her that well. I mean, I actually don't know her at all, but I had met her. And I remember in the trailer, he's accusing me of lying about it, and that I had something with her. I'm trying to diffuse that. I'm trying to calm him down. And he just turned all that, it seemed like he turned all that rage onto the trailer itself. And he just started smashing things. He picked up something on the table and threw it right into the glass cabinet. He hit with his hand a wall sconce. He cleared the tabletop on the little fold down like kitchen dining room area in this trailer. I mean, it's a trailer, so there's only so much you can do. And he's screaming at me, just screaming at me. And I eventually go back into the bedroom area. He comes into the bedroom area. We had what I can only describe as it sounded like nonsense from him. It wasn't making sense. And I realized that he's just probably really high. Because it wasn't making sense anymore. It wasn't like a direct accusation. He wasn't hearing me when I was saying I wasn't involved, wasn't cheating on him. I wasn't secretly trying to engage this woman in some sort of sexual affair. And then it became clear to me he was like looking for something. He cleared things off the bed. I went into the bathroom, and as I come out, he asked me where it is and how long I've been hiding it. I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he says, "You know what I'm fucking talking about. You know what I'm fucking talking about. Be honest with me. Where are you hiding it?" And he kind of like makes to look into the bathroom. And I gestured to the bathroom, which was to my right. I kind of like gestured to him, and I said, like, what am I hiding, and where am I gonna hide it? And we're standing in this little hallway area outside of the bathroom, and he starts, what it feels like patting me down, or saying he's patting me down. I can't recall, but he ripped my dress, the strap top part of my dress. I had just dyed this thing myself pink, and it's just one of those things. I was like, I just finished that dress. And he's like grabbing my breasts, he's touching my thighs, he rips my underwear off, and then he proceeds to do a cavity search. He said he was looking for his drugs, his cocaine, his coke. I was wondering how somebody who didn't do cocaine and was against it.
But the trailer park owner, used to be owner, he sold the property since then, it's been 6 years, but he used to be the owner, and they had a manager stay on the property overnight just in case anyone needed something, he could help them. He testified saying that didn't happen, and that Amber was the one that was pulling on Johnny, and the only thing that was broken in the room was the sconce.
Did you ask how the sconce was broken?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
How often do light fixtures in the trailers break?
They break pretty often. I mean, it's not like a usual thing, but things in the trailers generally get broken because it's all vintage trailers, and I would say as much as every couple weeks there's some incident of damage in one of the trailers. In this case, Mr. Depp had told me that.
Objection, hearsay.
Objection.
So anyway, yes.
Beyond the light fixture, was anything else in the trailer damaged?
No, everything else looked fine. In fact, we have something we call a piggy fee that we address to guests, that if there's anything what we call inconsiderate or unusually large messes, we charge them extra for it for a $25 an hour cleaning fee. But they did not receive one of those because everything outside of the light fixture looked fine.
And what was your reaction to seeing the damaged light fixture?
To be honest, I was relieved because it was not a big deal. There was already another light in the room, so I just tucked the wires in the wall until I had a few months later time to buy. It was matching sconce with another one in the room. So I had to, on eBay, find a matching pair that would fit there. And when I finally got around to it, I was able to get that and charge it to Nathan, whose credit card I had.
And what was your understanding of who Nathan was?
Mr. Depp's assistant.
Okay. And what did you charge Nathan or Mr. Depp for replacing that pair of light fixtures?
The pair came out to $62.
While you were on site, Mr. Knight, did you ever wear a mesh shirt?
No, I would absolutely never wear that.
At any time during Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard's stay on the property, did you see Mr. Depp become physical with anyone?
Objection, leading.
Overruled. That's
okay. I'm sorry, that answer was?
I never saw Mr. Depp get physical with anyone when I saw him.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Knight, you are a pretty big fan of Johnny Depp, aren't you?
I am not. To be honest, throughout the evening,
Sorry, I just asked you one question.
Oh, I
didn't
apologize.
ask you the rest of that.
I
You
apologize.
wanted to participate in this trial, didn't you?
I did not. I
You
was
knew-
asked by the attorney, and I wanted to. They asked me, and I said I'll be happy to come and tell the truth.
You knew this was on camera, that it was being broadcast to a lot of people, and you saw testimony, did you not, in this case? And you seized the moment and responded to the umbrella guy, the lead person for Mr. Depp's Twitters. Did you not?
Objection, Your Honor. Argumentative compound.
Overruled.
Mr. Umbrella Guy is the lead. The lead.
You
what?
know that he leads one of the most predominant pro-Depp Twitters out there.
I have no idea. I don't care or follow the Umbrella Guy.
In fact, you do follow a Twitter called Johnny Depp fan, don't you?
Absolutely not.
You don't? That's your testimony under oath?
It is my testimony under oath.
All right. And on April 21st, Mr. Depp testified in this case about Hicksville, didn't he?
I wasn't here.
And in fact, you tweeted in response to the Umbrella Guy on April 21, 22, quote, "That never happened. I was with them all night. Amber was the one acting all jealous and crazy." Do you recall writing that?
I do recall writing that.
Michelle, can you bring that up, please? We're going to call it Defendants 1903.
1903.
And he only charged Johnny $63. $63. I'm sorry, if Johnny would have trashed that room, if he would have trashed that room like Amber said, he would have, oh, because he know he got money, he would have been charged, he would have charged him more than $63. $63. What? Get out of here, Amber. Get out of here. She need to go somewhere. When she wrote that post, she only wrote that to bring the public eye back on her. Because she had filed that TPO and stuff against Johnny. She filed that because her movie, the Aquaman movie, that Johnny got her was coming out. She wanted it, she wanted it posted a week from the movie's release, a week. Yeah, to get people to pay attention to her and watch her movie because they feel sorry for her because she's the victim. She's the victim. Play one of her arguments with Johnny. Just one, because there's many of them online. You guys can go online and listen to any of these, like the calls, the recordings. Oh, now Amber's saying that they're edited, whatever, to make her sound bad. Okay, Amber, that bitch. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, let's listen to this recording of their argument that was 5 hours long. That gave me a headache. She is so manipulating.
You fucking like me, man. You don't trust me as far as you throw me. Our relationship has changed.
Every time he gets
What
isn't there to trust?
I think you took off too. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this.
That's a marriage for you. That's commitment.
Well,
it's not to trust.
No,
What's not to trust?
I've experienced you.
Oh, you're right. It's someone else's fault.
No, it's my fault for not being able to deal.
No.
And it's your fault for not being able to deal.
You're right.
It is.
It
is right,
so
and you should.
Sorry that you've been pushed to this point. That all you have to do is run away to one of your other houses.
To do what?
Run away to one of your other houses every time it's a fight.
Let's see. I was thrown out today, and I was asked to leave
You
tonight.
were thrown out. I'm sure that was terrible. You're just.
I don't want your tricks. I don't want your games. You're too fucking young for me. You gotta go get something that's just we'll just follow every order to the T, so you can get real sick of him, and then go fuck a girl. And just maybe I was wrong. Fucking A, man. Maybe that's
You're right.
it.
You're proving to me that I didn't.
Yeah, you got all figured
You're
out.
belligerent,
You
man.
didn't do nothing, man. You fucking got it all figured out, man. You just did TV shows and fucking whatever movies. You did it all right, Sensei, or fucking master of fucking cinema. God, if ever I could be so perfect.
No, I did
But
what you
since
did, but I
you did
can't.
all that shit, thanks for helping me with my thing that you got me in trouble with. Thanks. Let me take the rap for that, and then not help me.
Got you in
Thanks.
trouble
Yeah,
with?
thanks, big man. Big man.
What was
big
it?
fucking man.
What did I get you in trouble with?
Big man.
You don't even
Oh,
know.
our dogs that you brought into the country with me for your movie on your fucking plane, and then you let your fucking wife take all the shit for it. Thanks. Oh, just like the home wrecker shit that you never fucking
Get out of my fucking life.
You're a coward. You're a fucking piece of shit.
Don't.
And you fucking go suck my fucking dick like everyone else who fucking sucks yours. Go fucking suck my dick. You fucking cowardless, ballless piece of shit.
I want nothing to
You,
do with
I
it.
don't want anything to fucking do with you. You don't want fucking nothing to do with you. You think I want that fucking old ass fucking piece of shit?
Ah.
Fuck you. You're a fucking joke, man. And you're an embarrassment that I even came here and wasted my time trying to beat you back.
Good. Go deal with that. Watch that wide load, bro.
What do you want to say? What do you want to say?
I was thinking that poor little Amber, all she wanted to do.
No, I want to hear what. No.
Hey, what was the posters on your wall when you were a kid?
Rosie the fucking Riveter. What were yours? Rosie the Riveter too? Or you want to know because you're interested in me?
I think Mom had some different ideas of what you had.
Ask her. Call her. Call her. Let's see what she says. I want to know. Ask her. Ask her. Call her right now. No, I think you should. She's out.
You think you should have?
Call her. Oh, you can't understand me. That's okay. You can't understand me. How about you call her? CALL. Call her. Why don't you pick up the phone?
In my own time.
FONO. Why don't you pick up the phone? Yeah. El Phono. And call her. God, if only I could spell it out for you.
Oh, we should.
Well, words are so hard for me. Let me try again. FONN? FONE, sorry. Silly me. When you pick up the drop the PHONE and call AGR. Sorry. Her. Dead. Oh, you can figure it out. Look at you. I don't have any stickers left. How will I ever reward you?
Stay out of my life.
Fuck you. You're a coward. I know. And you know it. Or else you wouldn't bother you.
And
You are a coward. I've never met a bigger
You're on a
coward.
tailspin into a
I've never
fucking
met a bigger
abyss.
coward in my life.
That's cool.
I've never met a bigger coward in my life than you. You're a spoiled brat.
You are a spoiled brat. You're a spoiled brat.
You wish.
And you just killed it.
You just killed her.
Okay.
Okay.
Just, yeah, repeat everything I said.
Okay. You can get from what I said. You killed her. Okay.
Well, I don't think we have anything else.
I don't think so either.
Okay. I'm gonna have somebody come down here.
That would be great.
Okay.
You should.
I think I should do that.
Yeah.
Okay,
No.
with me.
Bye.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Walk.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Say bye-bye and walk. Come on, tell God.
You can only talk to you're in such a hurry to get out of my vicinity. Or I could just like sit here and take my time and walk.
I'm not gonna walk. I'm gonna walk you out.
No, you're gonna call help. And that's what you should do next.
Yeah, so I don't have a fucking murder on my hands.
Yeah.
You're sick.
Uh-huh.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
You
Fucking
so much a big man.
massively
Big man.
narcissistic.
You're so good.
Fucking
Wow.
so into yourself
You're
and
such a cool
your
guy.
insecurities about. I mean,
You're such a cool guy.
No, I'm not.
You're a fucking.
I'm a joke. Am I joking the industry?
I don't care. Well, obviously, I wouldn't be with you.
The one thing.
Or else I wouldn't be with you. That's your concern. That's the thing you accepted, not me. Thank God. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just fucking, you want some love, just say it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, it's not a free for all.
No, you're right. I'm sorry. Should I give you money? I have money in my purse and my car.
You
I'll
don't
give
need
you
to do
$5.
that. You don't need to do that.
No, I'll give you $7.
Instead of reaching for my glass, give me your fucking glass.
I don't have a glass, but I can
Where's
give
your
you
glass?
$8 or $9.
Where's the glass I just gave you?
Can I have a sip out of yours, or are you worried about cooties?
At this point.
No, I'll give you money.
Well, good.
I'll give you money.
All right,
I'll
send it.
give Travis
Send it.
money.
There you
I'll give Travis money. I'll pass him a car, and that way you don't have to worry about the waste of money. Is it okay if I have a sip? I mean, I won't have more than $6 or $7 worth.
Alright, cool. So, $6 or $7.
So a sip or two? Sip or two? Or if I have more than 2 sips, should I write them? Well, I at least have $15. And I don't know how much I have.
Down the
in
fucker,
mine.
you owe me nothing. Just get out.
No, maybe I should give you 15.
I don't want your
just
money.
in case I have 3 sips.
I want you to
No,
drink that
in
down.
case I
Take
have-
it with you.
In
I don't
case I
want.
have 3 sips, then maybe I should give you 15, but I can't give you more, so I don't want to take more than 3
I've been
sips.
miserable for too long.
Yeah, oh, have you? So I should give you 20.
No.
I'm sorry, I'll give you a check for 5 then, because I don't have that extra 5. I have $15 in my. No, you're right. I can give you my credit card number, or I can send you like a direct deposit. And
Oh,
then I
because
can
what?
give you
Oh,
for
because
$7.
I don't have money. Is that what it is?
No, it's because you're worried about me taking your wine, and I understand it's expensive.
I don't think we're in any friendly position to
Oh.
where you can be reaching over for my
So
wine.
sorry.
So those days are
No,
gone.
you're right. Those days are gone.
Yes.
So I'll send you money for the sips
I
I'm
don't
taking.
care. Send me fucking the pictures
5,
of pumpkin.
8,
I don't
10,
care. Send me a TV dinner.
15.
Just give me something that says it's over by.
Okay, so like $15.
No, just walk
I mean,
around.
I just don't want to take advantage of
Take
my
that
sip.
with you.
Oh, the whole glass, but you just got so upset at me taking a sip. Why would I take the whole glass? You're right. I should. I'm asking you.
You're
Should I
dumb.
send you $5 or 15 for the sip? I mean, or
Let's say
2
15
sips.
because I can go to a charity and maybe it means something.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? Let's have them go to Orly Elysium because they're going to need all their help.
That's what it's called.
Orly Elysium. Is that what it's called?
Mhm. I'll send it to them.
Yeah, $15 should help.
Yeah. Mhm. I'll donate it in your honor for letting me have this wine. That's so charitable of you.
I will not mention you in
You're
any
sleepy.
interviews. I will not mention you in any interviews.
And
When
I will
I'm asked the question,
no longer
I
reach
will
for a
say,
glass
I do
that
not.
you touch because God,
I see.
let's not be
I wanna finish
sleepy
my
or
sentence.
sleazy, stingy.
Yeah.
I believe in that one. You do not want me to call the cops. I will leave.
I'll call the cops.
Good one. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it right now. Do it. I'm waiting.
Fuck off,
Because you start
Johnny.
physical fights?
I did start a physical fight.
Yeah, you did, so I had to get the
Because-
fuck out of there.
Yes, you did. So you did the right thing, the big thing. You know what? You are admirable. Every single time. What's your excuse? When there's not a physical fight, then what's the excuse there? Taking a pill to mitigate that. I would love to, but this is actually like an organic response. And I'm sorry it's not yours, but at least I'm trying to I am trying. You know, I wrote down something on the list of never, but I need I need promises. I need promises. We said this before that it won't happen again, and this won't happen again, and that won't happen again, and I can't do it. You can't do it.
Again, you're the one that brought up divorce last night.
Yes, that's why I'm being completely impartial when I'm making this list. I'm not assigning blame. I'm not writing down the things you do.
No, you just said I can't do it.
Yes, neither can you. I can't do the thing we always do, which is that we make these, we
That's
say
what I
these
just
things.
said before.
We say these things and then we don't do them. I want a promise. I want security. I want the boundaries back up. I want you to commit. I'm being very clear about what I want. I need promises from you. I need promises that this won't come up. I'll promise it back to you. I need
promises from you. So
I
let's
agree,
do it.
and
Let's do it.
I'm here.
Because I'm going to make a list. Promise. I will not do this. I promise I will not do that. I mean, can you actually say I promise I will not do this? And say I promise I
If it's
fucking do
normal
my
shit,
best.
I can't. That's different than I will not take off my ring.
Right. No.
Unless I mean it. That's different. You know, like I would love to say to you, I promise I'll always be understanding or let you be you or not, you know, be more, I don't know. I could always promise that, but that's different from something very clear like divorce. You know what I mean?
Of course it is. Yeah.
I want some stability back. And I know we'll build it over time, but don't you want that?
Of course I do. Let me give it to you. Accept it. Trust me. You think I run from situations?
Always take off. I can't trust you when you do that.
Baby.
I have no trust. It's
Baby.
why I freak out so fast these
Baby.
days. Is that I assume you're splitting.
I can't be. I can't just stand there and take the punches. At a certain point, I'm gonna fucking react.
That's not what I'm asking. Let's
No,
be
but-
fair.
No, but what I'm saying is,
We're talking about splitting. I'm not asking you to stand there while I punch you. Come on.
no, we're talking about me. Yeah, getting out of the room or leaving. It did not. I didn't. In Australia, I didn't leave the fucking house. I went to other rooms. You know, whatever. I didn't fucking take off in San Francisco or whatever. Look, go in the other room.
That's different
You
from
know?
saying I'm getting another hotel room, which is what you did in Toronto. And then in France, you said I'm getting you a flight. And you involve, you know, people, other people. It's humiliating. It's embarrassing. It's demeaning to me. And it's...
You wanted to fly.
No, but you were the one to suggest a flight.
Possibly, yeah. Maybe I did.
You know, she texted even that. And the same with the room. Your splitting is chronic. It's early. It's quick. It's so not, you're not interested in not fighting. You are guaranteeing a fight. When you do that, and I've told you this so many times, you guarantee, if you were interested in not fighting, you would be respectful if you needed the space to make, you would be careful not to perpetuate the fight longer by saying, I need a few minutes, and then actually honoring that. How can I trust you that it will be a few minutes when you've done this in the past and disappeared for hours? You know, I got mad at you in Australia about this. I said, baby, I want to trust you. It's hard for me not to try and work it out. If you want to be the person that's like, I need to cool down, help me do that, give that to you. But I can't give it to you if you always let me down and fuck up and forget.
Because I gave you a time limit. Because I said I'll be back in 3 minutes. So I'm just.
No, it's
if that
different.
If it happens.
It's different. You never.
If it happens, I'm just gonna say, look, I need some time. That's it.
I'm telling you, that will make it worse.
No.
I guarantee you it will.
If you're stuck and throwing punches.
You're a coward. I know. And you know it. Perfectly, Bobby.
And
You are a coward. I've never met a bigger
You're on a
coward.
tailspin into a
I've
fucking
never met a bigger
abyss.
coward in my life.
That's cool.
I've never met a bigger coward in my life than you. You're a spoiled brat.
It's a amount of time that I can cool down and go, you know what, maybe I'm acting this way, or maybe I'm being mean to him, or maybe I'm doing this wrong. Maybe I should come to his side or compromise more. It takes me so much longer, exponentially longer, when you take off. You use it to hurt me. It's a tool now that you use. And come on, you can't act like you don't do it knowing it's gonna make me mad.
I'm not. It's not to get you mad. It's just to get out of a bad situation while it's happening before it gets worse. In Australia, when we had the big fight where I lost the tip of my finger, at least 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms I went to
To avoid talking to me. To
To
avoid working
escape
it
the-
out. That's
To
the
escape
problem.
the fight.
You don't escape the fight. You escape the solution.
No.
You escape the solution.
No.
You escape figuring it out. We cannot work it out if you run away to the bathroom every time.
Listen to me. Listen to me. A boxer can't go 12 rounds without a fucking minute break.
I'm not giving you a minute break. You do it at minute 3 at the beginning of an argument.
No. There are rounds, man. And when it gets too fucking hairy, the ref splits them apart or whatever. But all I'm saying is, you can't have a solution if the argument just keeps mounting and mounting and mounting and mounting. I fucking go into the bathroom and sit on the floor. Bam, bam, bam. Here you come. I come out. Fight. Crazy. Escalated. I go split again. I go to another fucking bathroom or a bedroom or something. Knock. Bang, bang, bang. You kept coming to get me.
Every single time I come to get you, what am I saying? 90% of the time. Stop. Let's work this out. Please, I don't want to do this. That's what you're fucking ignoring. That's the really fucking crazy thing that I cannot understand. The self-delusion is so fucking deep that you are able to tell me right now all of this and mean it. How can you say that to me and ignore that 90% of the time what that bam, bam, bam is you're escaping me like I'm some sort of like vicious harping bird in fucking, in a Hitchcock movie and you can't get away from me? What you're fucking ignoring and blatantly is that every single time I'm saying like this, I'm saying this to you. Let's stop. Babe, let's stop. Let's work it out. I'm sorry, can we talk? Let's get over this. Let's stop. Can we stop fighting? That is what's so fucking insane. You sit here and you tell me as if I'm so annoying to you that you can't escape me. That I'm actually coming to you and saying, let's not do this. It is your issue that you can't let it go. You can't calm yourself down. You can't self-soothe. And you can't make yourself bigger than the thing that you're really feeling at that moment and go, you're right. I know we're going to come to a solution eventually. Let's end it now and come straight to the solution. Or, respectfully, I can't imagine coming to a solution because I need to cool down. So just give me a few minutes. And in which case, I would respect that. If you would respect it too, and you would actually be a reasonable amount of time. But I don't have that option. And you ignore on purpose is that I'm coming to you saying, let's stop doing this. And you perpetuate the fight. You perpetuate it when you run away. You start it when it could just be a petty argument. And you make it not a petty argument because you run away. And then it becomes a fight. Instead of just saying sorry, instead of working it out, instead of facing it, instead of confronting things, you run away at minute 3. And then it's impossible to work it out because you've insulted me. Now I'm mad. And then I have to come to you to go, come out of the bathroom, baby. Let's work this out, which I can't do because that's annoying to you too. How would you feel if I ran away from you all the time? You fucking like it. You fucking deal with it. Now it's my turn. I get to avoid fucking problems. I get to avoid the responsibility. Let's see how that works out for you.
Avoid fights. And by the way...
Yeah, let's be perfect.
By the way...
Why don't we be perfect? Why don't we just live in make-believe?
Avoid from me. I tried to go into the fucking...
I can't do it anymore. Fine. I'm done. I give up.
Let me finish this. If I went to 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, how is it that you came and said, let's stop this?
You're right. I made it up.
7 times?
Yes. Yes.
7 times you came to different places and said, let's stop.
Which fight you're talking about? I don't know.
I'm talking about Australia the day that
now we're talking about Australia. Okay. Yeah. I tried a million times.
And 7 times.
I tried
in different places.
Yes.
Why would I go in those places then?
Because you weren't ready to get over it. You couldn't self-soothe. You couldn't control yourself. You couldn't. No, because I'd come to you, I'd say, look, let's get over this, work it out, whatever. And instead of you actually doing that, you would fucking explode. You'd get mad at me and the fight would continue. Guess what? It could have been a petty argument. Like last night, it could be a petty argument. Every time, it could just be a petty argument. But when you run away and then you validate it with some hierarchy, you're just trying to actually make it better. Nonsense.
To make it better necessarily. I'm just
No, you're not. You're trying to protect yourself only, because you cannot control your anger and you cannot control it.
No, in fact, you know what? I'm trying to make it better. This fucking time thing. You ask any fucking doctor, you ask Cowan, you ask anybody. The best thing to do, if it's coming to a fucking horrible, violent thing, is fucking walk away. Take your fucking time. Go to your corners. It's the best thing you fucking do. 7 times.
I don't know what 7 times you're talking about.
And she took no responsibility for anything she did. Anything she did. None. That's why she lost that trial. That's why she lost. This was a toxic relationship. I'm not saying Johnny was an angel. I'm not saying that. But he took responsibility for what he did. He told the whole world that yes, I am an addict. Yes, but I'm not an abuser. I'm not. She gaslights and lies. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's just because, okay, I found this poem. I don't know who wrote it, but I found this beautiful poem online. It's just like, it sums up how I feel about this. Because like I said before, and I've showed you pictures of my abuse. Like, and it makes that, it just doesn't make sense. It don't make sense. And it's sick. It's sick that she is using this. She is using this to hurt him. And she doesn't know what she's doing. Like, the damage that she's doing. This movement, this Me Too movement was starting. Like, and I just learned about it. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I watched that Harvey Weinstein documentary on Netflix, and that's how I found out about it. And I was just like so moved by it, and that really pushed me to start this channel, because I really wanted to start this channel to help myself heal from what I've been through. And it just makes me sick. Like, women are going to be scared to come out. They're going to be scared to be called an Amber Heard. It's disgusting. I mean, she has brought light to how women can be and how men can be victims. Men can be victims of women. So, guys, don't forget to subscribe, okay? Subscribe, share. It helps me out. It really does. Don't help you grow out, okay? Subscribe, share. I'm really excited. I really want to get this channel up and running. I know this is only my 2nd video, but I'm like, subscribe. You know, I asked a lot of people to subscribe, and they said they would, and they haven't. But it's okay. I will get this channel up and running. I have faith. We'll get this. We'll get it done. So, guys, I will see you next time. I do have more that I want to show you guys about this case, because she lied so many times on the stand. It was terrible. So I will have a part 2. I'm sorry that this took so long. It's just a lot. It really is a lot, and I'm still going through a lot right now. You know, my grandfather passed, and we just buried him recently, so I'm still going through that. But I will try. Promise. I promise. I'm gonna try to have a video up every week. Okay? So, until next time.